right, Sheer comes up from the benches. We're gonna have Patrick taking this face off with Thor and Maddie. Back in the back, you're gonna have Blake and A-Rod. Face off is won by I'm gonna call them the Hawks, our Hawks. Our team takes it down deep into the corner and fighting for the puck along the boards, but moving it back down. So heading the right way. Some stick battles there, back behind the net. And Edelman there to try to battle for it, but the prospects are going to come away with it. Prospects try to turn it up over the blue line. Eventually they do get there, but not without some static from our defensemen who then take it away. And Littleton has control to go down the ice. Gets dumped down in. Maddie's going to be your forechecker. Maddie, great forecheck. Pops that one off the defenseman's stick. Forces him to go the other side. Now actually takes the puck. Great work there by Maddie while we get a full change. So great work by Maddie, letting four guys get off the ice and then giving Maddie a chance to get off. Shot on net. Patty's going to pick it up. Patty shot and saved by the goaltender for the Prospects. Offensive zone face-off coming up. Prospects are going to have their... I'm sorry, that was a goal? That was a goal. Apologies, fans. That was a goal. That was a goal by Patty. So I was wondering why they were playing the horn. Okay, so first goal with 16:02 to go in the first period, scored by Patty. Now we have Patty out there with Humphrey, and over on the other side we have Grimmy. Grimmy down to chase the puck down below the goal line. Saved there by Patty. Grimmy going to chase it down into the corner. He's going to control, look for what options he has. He's going to work it back behind the net and along the boards. That's going to get picked up by Patty there, and now Grimmy's going to chase it back down behind the net. Grimmy behind the net looking for options. He looks for Zach, but Zach is covered up on the board, so they're going to take it back behind the net. Oh, Grimmy takes a hit there, but coming away with it. Sorry, that was Patty who took the hit. Grimmy comes away, gets a shot on net. That one laid right back out in front. Nobody quite home. Thor keeps it in, throws it deep into the corner, and that one's going to rebound behind the net. Patty's got the puck now. Takes a hit, but continues to keep the puck. Gets that back behind the net. In front shot, and a save by the goalkeeper there. Nice shot from Grimmy, and good pass from behind the net. We're going to get a change here. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the goaltender. And this time we will have Vath out there with Jax and Nolan. Back in the back, you're going to have Puckett and Akshay. Jackson in for the face-off. Offensive zone. 15:11 to go. 1-0 Hawks in the first period. And that face-off is one towards the back, but Prospects try to disrupt that. They do, but have to work it out of the zone from deep in their own zone. A nice forecheck there by the Hawks, and out of the zone, but not with a lot of control. That gets turned right back in by Nolan. Jack's down there to get that puck. He's got a speed. He's looking for somebody in front. He's got Nolan. Oh, that one was between the skates, not on the stick. Nolan takes it. He's going to try to... He does. He reverses direction. Tries to find somebody in front, but that goes through everybody's stick over to the far boards, and now Puckett has a decision to make. He makes the decision to keep the puck in, and that is successful. Nolan now down into the corner, tries to make a hit on his man, blows a tire there, it's out in front, and that's going to be Vath who turns, finds his man in front for a pass. A little bit of stick handle and taken down, but no penalty called by the referee. Go for a shot there, but that one is off a leg pad. Still kept in by the defenseman. Trying to work it from the corner to in front of the net, and now the Prospects have the puck, and they're moving it up the middle and in through the left wing side, but taken there by Puckett. Puckett's going to try to work it up. There's a whole melee of Littleton jerseys here. Nolan's in there still trying to win it, and they do. Clark actually gets in there as well, and it floats over the blue line, and it's a force back to a regroup. Tried to pass that back to the defenseman, but that was not on stick, and so all the way down and into the net. That one goes to Clark's stick. Clark now looking. He's got Suddy out there with him. Suddy now with the puck. In front. Shot. And that was a save by the Prospects goalie. Great job there. That was DeMotts who took the nice shot. All right. We still have Bowers on the back with A-Rod. Edelman taking the face-off with Puckett. With DeMotts and with Suddy. Face-off win to the Hawks. Suddy's going to take a quick shot, but that gets blocked out in front. Back to his stick. That one hits iron just on the side of the net. Suddy taking it up, cycling it back down. Shot on net. That one pops way in the air and all the way out of the zone. We're going to have to regroup over the blue line. All right, now back behind the net, working it up to the corner, and beautiful, right to A-Rod. A-Rod puts it in front, hoping for a tip. It does get tipped, but onto the stick of a Prospects player. Prospects try to get it over the blue line, but they're met there by our defenseman, and Sam puts it nicely into the corner, waiting for his defenseman to pick that up and move it out. Edelman in there helping this defenseman. A-Rod out of the corner with the puck, and Edelman's going to come in and scoop that one up. He's going to move it up the boards. Nope, he's going to skate it up the boards, and now moved up to Sudbeck, who pops it into the zone. He's got DeMott's trailing, and Rodriguez high in the zone with everybody else trailing on the backside. Beautiful. That was DeMott's with a nice tip in. Suddy sent him a nice pass across. Nobody covering him on the back door. Goalie had no chance on that one, guys. That puck moves really fast when all you got to do is put a stick down and tip it in. Beautiful goal. Second goal of the game by DeMott's. 12 minutes, 43 seconds to go in the first period. All right, Patty up to take the face off. That one won forward, but the Prospects there to try to pick it up. Again, disrupted by Patty. Thor on the forecheck. He's going to throw that one Prospects are going to throw that one all the way across the ice. That one into the corner. Kaylee there to chase down that puck. Thor's going to take it. He's going to look for a pass. And that one bounces off Tenny's stick. And now Maddie's got it down in the corner. Maddie quick back behind the net. He's going to cycle it back to the other defenseman. The other defenseman gets hit by one of the Prospect players, but does come away with the puck. That looks like that's Patty. Patty trying to move it up. He does. It's on Thor's stick. Thor pushing it up, but Prospect's defenseman is there. Has to contend with Patty and ends up putting it on the stick of Thor. They're back in the neutral zone are the Prospects, trying to keep this puck this time and make a good pass or control it over the blue line instead of having to dump it. But met there by Kaylee with a nice hit. Tenny up to pick it up. Jax gets a nice tap pass from his defenseman. Tenny up and over the line, but that one is going to be offside, says the referee. Sorry, no, that's going to be a penalty by the referee. Linesman said no offsides. Penalty is going to go on Jax, and that's going to be for interference. So 2 minutes to Jax for interference. We're going to be on the penalty kill now. Defensive zone coming to Sam's catcher side. And looks like we're going to have Puckett out there with Akshay. And then on the forward line, we're going to have Nolan out there with Edelman. So Nolan and Clark up front, Graham and Akshay in the back. One over to Akshay. Akshay sends it nicely all the way down and race for the puck. Down in deep on the penalty kill, just trying to put some pressure on. If we win the puck, that's just a bonus. Pressure is good. Puck is moved back. It's over to Graham. Graham puts it in the air and back into the zone, forcing the Prospects to regroup. 11 minutes, 17 seconds to go in this period. Prospects trying to move it now up the left wing boards, but again met by the defenseman and backed up there nicely by Clark. Over the line now by Nolan. Nolan puts that one in the air and deep, and he and Edelman will both go for a change. All right. Grimmy now out there, along with Humphrey. Prospects try to move it through the neutral zone, but that's going to end up on Humphrey's stick. He's going to skate it through his own defensive zone. Looks like he's got a lane. He's going to go ahead and take that one. He's over the blue line, dragging that one into the corner, backhand to the front of the net. He had a pass. Rare shot on the penalty kill for your Hawks. 53 seconds to go in the penalty kill. This time the Prospects send it down, but they are not on the penalty kill, so that'll be an icing, and we'll get an offensive zone face-off on this penalty kill. So Grimshaw and Humphrey are going to stay out there with A-Rod and Bowers in the back. Humphrey on the face-off. He wins that one back, but Prospects pick it up before it can get to Bowers. But Bowers picks that one off the stick, and it's not a clear neutral zone pass for the Prospects. Puck now on Prospects stick. There you go to no-look backhand pass, but that goes to the far point with not a lot of control. Bowers controls that one now. Instead of getting that one on net, they end up on a defenseman's stick. Bowers again rings it all the way around, and this one's going to make it past the blue line and all the way down. 15 seconds to go in the penalty, 56 to go in the game. In the period. Prospects get it deep. They send it to the front of the net, but all sticks are tied up. Thor backhands that one all the way down as the penalty expires. Puck now down deep. We're 5-on-5. Move to the front of the net. Oh, looking for a nice tap pass there. Maddie picks it up on the boards, sends it back deep. Now down into the corner. Maddie picks it up one more time. He's checked there by his man, but he does manage to cycle it down to Thor. Thor picks that one up. His man takes the puck, sends it up. Kaylee there to keep it in. Jackson now with the puck. He gets hit, and that's going to be a penalty. Hawks are going on a power play on a hit on Jackson. Kaylee looks like lost an edge there. Not sure what broke. But something not right with his skate. Maybe he lost a blade. All right, Edelman on the face-off. DeMott's on the right wing, Vath on the left. Suddy and Patty back on the point. All right. Referee's making sure everything is set. All right, face-off on the power play, one back to Patty. Patty moves it across ice. That goes over to the far wing. That's Suddy with the puck now. Suddy looking over to Patty. Patty's got the puck. He works it down into the corner. Back to Patty. Patty back to the winger. Winger's got it. He's going to send it back behind this time to give him some room. Edelman with the puck. Looking for his options. He's got Patty. Patty gets hit on the blue line, but that's not out. Scrum in the corner, and Hawks come away with it. Vath on the forecheck, followed by Edelman. But Prospects do end up with it on their stick, but checked there by our Hawks. All right, puck nicely moved. DeMott's over to Sudbeck. Sudbeck to the net. Oh, tries for a sharp angle shot there. Goalie had it, though, and it's back down below the net. Shot again from the middle of the slot. Another shot. That one is off net, but three quick shots by the Hawks. Hawks moving it now down low. Prospects try to clear, but Sudbeck's there. He gets the puck. That one dribbles out in front, and just over the net. Moving it back now to Graham on the point. Graham's got it. He's going to skate the blue line, look for an open pass. He finds it. Grimshaw there. They try to clear it, but it's back to Puckett. Puckett takes the puck down to his winger. Winger's going to take it back behind the net. He's got Grimshaw out in front, and he's got Thor cutting. Thor scores! Beautiful job for the forward there to take it back behind where there was no traffic. Thor coming off the bench hard, right in the middle of the zone. Beautiful shot. It is now 3-0, and that is a power play goal for your Littleton Hawks with 7:29 to go in the first period. All right, change coming up here. We're going to have Jax on the face-off, and on his right is going to be Thor, and on his left is going to be Maddie. Back in the back, we're going to have Puckett and Hauser. Back to 5-on-5 hockey after the goal. Prospects get their fifth man on the ice. Puck is dropped. One back to Graham. Graham takes his time, finds his pass, and there's Jax. Just over his stick, though. Thor picks it up, and he's going to work it through the neutral zone. Thor over the blue line on sides. Jax is going to take that puck back to Thor. Thor, hard shot on net. That one is into the goalie's glove, and we will have a face-off to the right of the Prospects goalie. Three to nothing with 7 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first period for your Hawks. Hazra and Puckett back on the line. Hazra on the right now, Puckett on the left. Jack's in for the faceoff. He wins it over the left wing side, but then there's a stick battle there. Does get one. Thor's got it back behind the net. He's going to pick that one up, and that's going to get picked up now by Maddie. Maddie's got the puck. He's working through the zone. He moves it to the front of the net. Nice tip to Jackson. Jackson had a great shot, but that goalie moved really quickly right to left for the smother, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off and a change for your Hawks. Humphrey, Edelman, and Grimshaw out now. Edelman's going to take the face-off. Humphrey will be on the right. Grimmy over on the left. All right, face-off one. Humphrey puts it down deep into the corner. That's going to bounce off the boards over to Grimmy. Grimmy tries to put it deep, but that's on the prospect stick. Here we go. Now it's down into the corner, over to Puckett. Puckett has it. He's going to shoot. Had a lot of traffic. Oh, my gosh, and we score. Puckett had a lot of traffic, took a very nice shot. Looks like that might have been Maddie who scored that one. Can't be sure here. Sorry, guys. It was either Maddie or it was Clark. All right. Center ice face-off now. 4-0. Your Littleton Hawks are winning. A-Rod gets the puck. He's taking his time. He finds left wing. Going down now is Grimshaw. Grimshaw into the corner with the puck. Oh, tries to work it back to his center, and just a bit of timing mishap there. Prospects now trying to take it through the neutral zone. Dump it down deep. No icing. So Hawks are going to have to get this one out. Some good pressure by Prospects on our guys, and they're going to end up getting that one back down deep. Grimshaw on the boards, tries to work it up. Prospects keep it in the zone. They're going to shoot that one, and Sam's going to reach up for that one like a Statue of Liberty and catch it. And we're going to end up with a defensive zone face-off to the left of Sam. All right, coming out on the ice now for your Hawks. Looks like we're going to have a full change. Nolan is out there. I'm sorry, Nolan, Bath, and Jax. All right. I'm sorry, Patty. Nolan, Patty, and Bath with the puck. Tries to put it in front. Sliding save there by the prospect defenseman. Bath has it back behind the net. He's looking in front. Tries to get it to Nolan, but that one's broken up. Prospects now put the puck down into the sideboard. Kept in by Kaylee on the point. Kaylee puts it down deep, and that's picked up again by the Prospects. They're going to try the other side this time. Puck squirts out. Nobody in control. Sending it up the boards. Winger is there, but Prospects get it over the line. Now in the neutral zone, Bath picks that one up, finds Nolan open on the blue line. Nolan in, Nolan shot. Rebound by the goalie, cleared out by the Prospects defenseman. Tenny's going to keep that one in. Nolan's going to put it down deep again one more time. We're going to try this time to go to cycle it back to Nolan. Nolan has the puck on his stick. He shoots. That one is a save. Second shot save. Goalie goes to smother, but that one was too far away. Now the Prospects try to bring it the other way, but are disrupted in the zone. Tenny's a little bit quick on that one, so we're offsides. We're going to get a change. 5 minutes to go in the first period. 4-0, your Hawks. All right, this time we're going to have Jax taking the face-off. We're going to have Motzi over on the right, Porter on the left, Suddy. And then we got Puckett in the back with, excuse me, Hazard. All right. Puck worked out front, up in the air. Not sure where, goalie wasn't sure where that was, but it actually jumped over the net. Hawks with control. That's Puckett. Sudbeck over to Jax. Jax shot. Saved by the goalie, put out in front. That one's picked up by DeMotts. DeMotts has the puck, looking for somebody in front. Tries to work it through, but that one was blocked. Now Hauser tangled up on the blue line with a prospect, and so his partner comes in to save him, and they work it nicely back through the neutral zone, but picked off by the prospects. All right. Your Hawks now have a chance to regroup in the defensive zone, moving it quickly across ice. Not a lot of time for our defensemen to make choices. Jax picks up an errant puck there, takes it over the blue line, through some defenders, puts it on net, but the goalie's got it, and he is going to smother that for a offensive zone faceoff. Face-off to the left of the Prospects goalie. Full line change for Littleton. Once again, we do have one player down. Becker is not playing tonight due to an injury, and so lines are a little bit different than usual. Over on the right, you're going to have A-Rod in the back, Bowers on the left. Edelman takes the face-off and wins that one over to Thor. Maddie out there with Thor on the left wing. Thor on the right wing. Bowers keeps that one in, but referee's going to blow that one down. He's going to call, looks like maybe a tripping penalty. And I do believe on the Hawks as we had possession when that whistle blew. So, yep. Going to the box for 2 minutes is Edelman. And Clark is going to get 2 minutes for elbowing. 2 minutes for elbowing. All right, so the face-off's going to come all the way back down to our defensive zone for that. So offensive zone penalty. 2-minute penalty with 4 minutes to go in the first period. Your Hawks lead 4-0. Patty in for the face-off on this one. Wins it over to the left. That one's worked over to Blake. Blake takes the puck in the corner. Oh, that one jumped on his stick there. But he still does get it through, but not past the defenseman on the blue line. Shot there, blocked by the Hawks in front and sent all the way down the ice. All right. Thor in there to chase that one. He's got Patty in the back, and defensemen are changing. We've now got Kaylee out there with Tenny. All right. Prospects try to take another shot. That one's cut off. Zach tries to push that one hard, but it just slipped off his stick. But his partner gets it all the way down. And again, we're going to have another change for the Hawks. All right, Prospects working it through. They're going to try to bring it this time down left wing boards. And they are successful getting it over the blue line. Shot on net. Sam handles that one with his stick, pushes it off to the left. Tenny gets the puck, and he's going to send that one high and down ice. All right, 54 seconds to go in the penalty, 2 minutes and 52 seconds to go in the period. Prospects working it up to left wing. Met there by Humphrey with a nice hit. Grimmy's going to push that one back down into the offensive zone, and we're going to get pressure on a penalty kill here. Grimmy taking the puck. Oh, and he gets hit and goes down. No call by the referee, so they're going to play on. Prospects now have the puck. They have not had success bringing it up the left, so they try to work it to the middle, but they're met by Puckett, and Hauser puts that one back in deep. Change on the forwards now. Grimmy going off. And looks like we're going to have Vath out there now. Vath chases that puck down into the corner. He turns, avoids the check, moves it back behind the net. Oh, and again, back behind the net. Oh, Vath is just controlling that puck as everybody tries to hit him, but they can't quite catch him. Vath again with the puck. He moved it back and on net. Rebound out in front. And the defenseman decides to give that one back to his goalie and say, let's put this one away. We're 5-on-5, and let's just get a change. Probably a smart move there by the Prospects. 4-0, Littleton Hawks. 1 minute, 57 seconds to go in the first period. And the face-off in the offensive zone will come to the left of the goalie. Vath continues to play the right wing, Nolan playing the left, and Jackson in the center slot. Jackson wins, back to Vath. Immediate shot. Set play, works, and they get another chance to set another one up. Bowers and A-Rod back in the back. Jack's on the face-off. He wins that one back to Vath. One more time. Vath goes to shoot, but he gets his stick taken there. And Blake had floated a little bit over the blue line, so although he puts that one on net, everybody has to regroup. All right, puck high and hard off the boards, but blocked there by Akshay. Now taken by Vath. Akshay finds the puck one more time. Nolan finds the puck, works it down deep, and the goalie covers that one up. Inside that is A-Rod over on the left, Bowers on the right for your defenseman. Except now they're going to change. So we're going to have Zach over on your left-hand side, right-hand side. So it's going to be Vath, Nolan, and Jax, and so it's going to be Zach and Tenny back in the back. Zach on the left, Tenny on the right. One back, over to Zach. Zach drops to Tenny. Tenny's got the puck. He's going to skate it down deep from the circles. He tries to put that one in front. Careen's off. Another shot on net. Tenny now putting it deep. Nolan's got the puck. He's going to look for somebody to shoot. Cycle back down deep into the corner. Shot from just below the dots. Puck is worked into the corner, but Prospects are going to pick it up. They have a second to look and try to find a pass. But that one's kept in by Zach and then blocked in front. That guy's going to feel that tomorrow. He's still shaking that one off. Puck below the goal line. Fight for control. Prospects think they're going to have it, but incoming quick is DeMotts. DeMotts puts pressure on, and now the puck is going to move to the front. Jax swings at it. Now Tenny's going to take a nice slap shot. That one's going to get to the front, but get blocked in front and go to the corner. From the corner, back down below the goal line. Now looking for a breakout pass. Nice hit there by Vath. Takes his man, and the puck is worked down into the corner. Zach decides he's going to jump in, and he does. He keeps it in. That one worked down below. Now Patty's got it down below the goal line. He works it out in front. But the Prospects pick that one up with 25 seconds to go. They might have a chance to get a shot on net before the clock expires. Defenseman all over the Prospects player there. No shot on net. 16 seconds to go in the first period. 4-0 your Hawks. 13 seconds to go. Sudbeck down the middle. Beats his man. Backhand into the net, but that one up and over. But there to pick it up is Patty. Patty puts it in the net. I believe that was Patty. Yep, that was Patty picking up the loose stuff in front of the net, tapping it in. Nice shot there by Porter. Worked it all the way down the ice, took his shot, and then Patty was there on the front porch to make sure that that one went home. 5 seconds to go in the first period. 5-0 Littleton Hawks. Puckett's going to try to work that one up the boards. Gets turned around by the prospects, and the period is going to come to an end. So at the end of the first period, 5 ready to go. All right, you got Maddie out there, Clark at the center, and over on the right wing, you're going to have Thor. Sorry about that, guys. All right, so Maddie, Thor, and Clark out there on your forwards, and defensemen back in the back are going to be Akshay out there with Puckett. Puck down below the goal line. Nice job there by Clark to come in and pressure that puck. Comes away with the puck on his stick. Looking for a good pass. He's going to cycle it as his defenseman drops down. Defenseman Puckett there decides he's going to cycle that back to Clark. Now trying to cycle again, that one on Thor. But the prospects do pick that one up, and they're going to end up with a one-on-one the other way. But Akshay is going to take that hit very nicely and negate that play. Akshay back behind his own net. Turns and goes the way the puck came from and trying to get it over the blue line, and they do. Thor's got the puck. He's working it over. Tries to hit Maddie on a break. Onsides. Maddie's got speed down into the zone. Behind the net now. Maddie hits his man. And prospects do try to get it out, but that's met there by A-Rod. A-Rod working the puck over to Humphrey. Humphrey working it over to Bowers. Bowers is going to push that one deep. That one's going to be caught by the goalie and played. Prospects back behind the net, but Jax is there. He's going to work that one over to his winger. And as they go into the net, shot. Oh, that would hit the side of the net. That was Grimmy. All right, A-Rod now with the puck. He's going to try to get it on net, but blocked by the prospects. They do hit their breakout pass. They're over the red line, take a hit, but over the blue line, shot on net, and Sam gloves that one down, and we'll go for a defensive zone face-off with 12:26 to go. Or 15:26 to go in the second period. Okay, Thor out there with Jackson Humphrey. And back in the back, you've got Zach along with Tenny. That one's tried to send out for a breakout pass, but missed, but tipped on the way down, so no icing. So Hawks are going to get a free offensive zone play here. Let's see what they do with it. Humphrey takes the puck. He's going to send it. Caught there, but not well by the center. Oh, but Grimshaw's there. He's going to pick it up. He's going to take a shot. That one, oh, the goalie did not have control of that. Jackson was there looking like a shark in water on blood, trying to get that one into the net, but the goalie did cover that one up. Our prospects goalie is going to have a good night's sleep tonight. He is all over the place trying to stop the offensive rush that is our Littleton Hawks team here. So Grimmy over here on your left. Jax takes the face-off. He's going to win that one. And on his stick, back to Zach. Zach takes a shot down into the corner. Grimmy picks that one up, but a little bit of a bobble there. Jax picks it up now. He's going to move it over to Zach. Zach has the puck. Stick handles, skates. Down into the middle. Oh, had Jax right in the middle. That one just floated off of his stick over into the corner, but not out, so another chance. Zach's going to jump in on this play. He keeps it in the zone. Humphrey will back him up, but that one goes into the zone and to a prospects player. They try to clear it all the way down, but Tenny's there. He gloves that one down, and even though he takes a hit, he moves it up to Jax. Jax skating the puck to the high slot, working it, and tries to put it all the way across, but prospects are there to pick it up, and now prospects are on the way down. Sam out of the net to play the puck to his defenseman. Hawks get it at the blue line, but unable to clear it all the way out. Now Humphrey has the puck. He does clear the zone, and that one goes over to Jax. So Vath gets the puck now. Vath tried to center it. That's now Patty out there at center. Patty's got the puck. He's looking to the center, and he does. He finds Puckett. Puckett puts it on net, and then Vath, he had a corner, but just missed the outside of the net. All right, Vath back in to control the puck. He takes a hit there, and it's going to come back to Akshay. It's going to hit his man and then take another hit on the guy trying to carry the puck past him. Neutral zone melee here, but ends up back in our offensive zone. Prospects desperate, throw it all the way down the ice. Referee's going to call off the icing and say that was touched on the way down. So Hawks in a foot race down. They win that foot race. They now have control. Puckett up the boards. That's going over to Nolan. Oh, Nolan blows a tire there. Prospects are going to pick it up, but they're not going to have a clean break right back in. They're going to have to regroup in the neutral zone. Prospects bring it over the line, but the pocket pick there very nicely by Akshay. And now Vath is going to take it over the blue line down the left wing boards. He's going to work it back behind the net. He's looking for somebody who's open. Tries to work it there to Nolan. And that one is picked off by the Prospects. Prospects try to break, but that's broken up by the defenseman on the blue line. All right, and again, another nice forecheck. Very aggressive here. Hawks get set back on sides as that puck gets dumped. Edelman works the puck over to his winger. We did get a change here. Motzi over there with the puck from Edelman. Shot from Bowers from the point. That one blocked in front. It had to hurt. That was a nice slap shot. Bowers now has the puck one more time. Tries to work it up to Sudbeck. Finds Edelman instead. Edelman down the right wing boards. Adjusts to two different hits, but keeps the puck right in front to DeMotts, but that one was touched just enough by the goalie to go off target. Now Sudbeck back behind the net. Motzi tries to shoot. That one goes off a Prospects defenseman. Bowers keeps it in, and now Clark is going to pick it up into the corner, so Edelman with the puck. Edelman moving it to the middle. Far side all the way through. Nobody touched that one, but also nobody there to pick that up. And it goes all the way back. A-Rod's got it now in our defensive zone. He finds Sudbeck on the far left. And that gets moved to the front off of skates of Motzi. And that was going to go up into the netting, and we'll have a neutral zone face-off. 5-0, 11:47 to go in the second period. Your Hawks lead. All right, now the puck is moving. Prospects win it. But that is controlled back by your Hawks down behind the net. Working up now to Tenney on the point. Tenney's got the puck, and he puts that one back behind the net. Going into the Jacks. Nice hit in the corner. Thor there to pick it up. Send it down deep. Jacks now back behind the net. And here comes Tenney. But Jacks works it to the front of the net. Thor there to try to take a backhand, but front of the net was not available. Two Prospects players try to take the puck off of our Hawk player, but Thor's in there to help him out. And still standing. Everybody's still standing. Grimmy took a big hit. I'm sorry, that was Zach. Zach took a big hit from two guys, but still came away with the puck. Maddie now with the puck. Maddie on net, and Maddie on net. Left blocker save by the goalie. Set that one up perfectly for Jackson, who was streaking to the net, and shot goes in. 6-0. Your Hawks are up with 10:57 to go in the second period. Last goal there by Jax with a beautiful shot there by Grimmy. And the rebound put right home because the goalie was down and could not move side to side. All right, Grimmy out there now with Patty on the face-off. Wins that one back to his defenseman. That's Hazra who gets the puck, sends it in deep. Grimmy had the puck, but linesman's going to say that one's offside, so we'll give it another shot in the neutral zone. All right. Patty on the face-off. Grimmy over on his left. And Humphrey on the far side. That one's sent down deep by the Prospects. Going to get chased down. Hauser's there quickly to pick that puck up. He sends it up to his winger. That one's going to get tapped and around. And this one's going to be a foot race that Grimmy wins. Grimmy on net. Oh, he had the 5-hole. He looked. Almost had it. That one then back in front for Humphrey. He tried to put that one home too, but the goalie was on target there. Grimmy now. Keeping the puck, him and Akshay, making sure it doesn't leave the boards. Puckett getting aggressive down the middle. Humphrey's going to pick that puck up. He's going to cycle it, but nobody home. That goes to the Prospects. Touched by one of our players, so no ice here. Prospects get a shot. Sam's got that one nicely, but puts a rebound right out in front. Nobody home on that one, but could have been dangerous. As we move it out, stick battle on the boards. That's not over the blue line yet. Prospects do keep this one in. A lot of push for the Prospects here. They're going to get another shot. Sam handles that one with his blocker over to the wing, and this one is over the blue line, so at least they'll have a moment to regroup. All right, puck out in no man's land, right in the middle of the ice. Everybody's tied up, but it comes away. That's Nolan. Nolan takes a shot, and goalie has this one, and he's going to hang on. No rebound. Offensive zone face-off for the Hawks, 6-0, 9 minutes and 39 seconds to go in the second period. Vath, Edelman, and Nolan out there. along with Rodriguez and Bowers on the defensive line. All right, speedier line for the prospects out there right now, so definitely something to watch for. Face off won by the Hawks, but tipped there, and the prospects try to push it up the boards quickly and move away, but that gets turned back down below the goal line. Vath in, finishes his check on his man, trying to move it out of the prospects, and they do. They skate it up the center ice, and now they're coming down the left wing boards. Shot on net. Sam's got that one, smothers it, and we'll have a defensive zone face-off. And although he had a little bit of pushing and shoving in front of the net, Blake there just trying to tell this guy, hey, don't touch my goalie when his head's down. Blake's going to take a penalty for that one. Penalty we'll take. Any defenseman defending our goalie, always a penalty I like to see, so we'll take it. You're up 6-0. You want to make sure nobody gets silly, tries to do things in desperation. So we're going to be on a penalty kill here, but right thing done there by Blake. So Patty coming out along with Thor, and Zach over on the left, and Tenny over on the right. That would get shot all the way around by Tenny. It's coming all the way down to the goal line, and prospects down. Thor's going to be the chase. Put a little bit of pressure on, force them to make a pass. The pass is good. From blue line to blue line, all the way across ice, prospects come in. That one's tipped and off net. Prospects now have the puck down deep into the corner. Hawks are letting it. Oh, nice shot to the front, and they tried to do a tip on that rebound. That one was set up nicely. Sam wouldn't have had a chance on that one, but over the stick of the player. All right, prospects once again trying to break it out, but it ends up back on the stick of a Hawk and all the way back down and below the goal line. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go in the power play for the prospects. And Nolan, nice forecheck there, gets the puck on his stick in front of the net. Nice job not to just shoot that one, but to make sure that we had a little bit of time, burn some of that penalty kill. All right, now the prospects coming down left wing side. Edelman makes a nice hit there. Puckett trying to move it up the boards, but taken away by a prospect player. Again, trying to cycle, and another big hit by the prospects back behind the net. Definitely getting more physical in this period. Nolan has the puck. He backhands that one out of the zone, and now he's got it on his stick coming over the blue line. He's on his own, so he's got to just waste some clock here. Protects the puck, goes back behind the net, cycles down, knowing that's going to go to somebody on the prospects team, but that gives us fresh legs on the ice. Great job there by Nolan to get everybody a chance to change. Puck comes over the blue line by the prospects. Referee says no offsides. I disagree, but they're not asking me. So Hawks get the puck back behind the net, send it all the way down. This one's actually going to be on net, and we're going to have one chaser as usual. Looks like that's going to be Grimmy, putting a little bit of pressure on, and then back behind we're going to have Hazra, Humphrey, and Tenny. Puck pushed back into the zone, and we are back to 5-on-5. Penalty is over. Blake goes to the bench, and Jackson comes out on the ice. Jackson now chasing the puck. Good forecheck. Hits his man back behind the net. Man falls down and loses a glove. And Humphrey over to the point. Shot from the point. Blocked by the goalie, but up in the air and still in play. Jackson has the puck. He finds Humphrey on the far side. Humphrey loses the handle, and that one's going to go to the prospects. Prospects now 3-on-2 going the other way. Down the right wing boards, takes a hit. And Tenny makes a nice hit there on the prospects player. Puts it down deep into the corner. And into the corner it goes. Everybody over on the right-hand side of the ice. Only a few guys left outside of the melee there. It pops to middle ice. Prospects get it, try to send it back in, but that is blocked by A-Rod. And over the blue line finally, with the prospects having to dump it back in, and they're going to get some fresh legs on the ice while the puck gets regrouped. From behind the net to the boards, all the way across to Humphrey. Humphrey's going to take his time one more time. And he sends that one far and wide. That one's going to be on net, so no icing. So Hawks are going to get a full change. Prospects are going to take a moment, try to break it out. They go back towards the Hawks side. Nice patience there. Putting it in once everybody was over the blue line, so no offsides there. Good job there by Monty. Tenny down deep to keep it in. He's got Porter in front. Sends it to Porter. Porter puts it on, but blocker saved by the goalie. And then we go up from Porter. He's trying to get it into his defenseman. Kaylee has the puck now. That one's going to get popped over his stick and over to the neutral zone. Neutral zone skate by Kaylee. He's going to protect the puck. Circles back in his own zone. Finds Sudbeck on the left-hand side. Sudbeck's going to just tip that one right on the stick of Patty. Patty tries to work it over to Mati. Mati has it, and Mati makes a beautiful shot over the left-hand side of the goalie, and that'll be another goal for your Littleton Hawks. 5:26 to go in the second period, 7-0 Hawks. All right, face off at center ice, one back by the Hawks over to A-Rod. Up the boards from Bowers, tipped around by Monty. Monty's looking for somebody in front to pass to. He's got Suddy and he's got Jax. Back to the point, back to Monty. Monty trying to turn and go in front of the net, but a little bit of a break up there by the prospect player. Patty now has the puck, back to Monty, back behind the net. Patty shot and smothered by the prospect's goalie. Offensive zone face-off, and we will be 5:01 in the second period, 7-0 Hawks lead. All right, change here. Edelman's going to take the face-off, so Clark with, looks like Maddie over on the left, and over on the right, he's going to have Thor. Hauser back on, keeps the puck in the zone, sends it deep, Edelman to chase. He's going to have Thor there to help him out, so 2-on-1, taking that puck down deep. That gives the defenseman the confidence to keep it in the zone, and they do. Now, Maddie, who had covered the defenseman, came in with a beautiful shot on net. Thor's going to work it down deep into Edelman. Edelman's going to have Patty there for a pass. Maddie picks it up, and he's thinking about going back to Clark. He finally does. Beautiful patience. Clark on the wrap. Goalie gets a turning save there. Very Dominic Hasek. And the puck is put back down into the corner. Puck tried to work it out there. Prospects bounces on him. Prospects 2-on-1, and they're going to ice this one to try to get a little bit of a breath. 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go as we come back to our offensive zone for a face-off. You can see the goalie visibly breathing hard. That was a lot of work on that one. That was a lot of tumbling around, a lot of saves, but great job there to save what were 3 really good chances there by the Hawks. All right, Vath now out there with Nolan and Jax at the center. Back on the back, you're going to have Kaylee and Tennyson. And puck one back to Tenny. Oh, that one goes to the stick of a Prospects player, unintentional. Prospects are going to have a chance to now break it out. They have the puck on their stick. Oh, but that one cut off nicely by Nolan. Nolan works to the front of the net. He finds Vath. Vath hit iron. Oh, he had that one. He saw the whole thing that was heading for the net, but just hit the side. All right, Tenny now down. Nice pass from Jax. Nolan over there to help. Everybody pinned on the boards. Vath down to help. Vath is going to end up with the puck on his stick. He's got Nolan out in front. He's going to take his time as Nolan was covered. He's going to cycle now back to Nolan. Nolan picks up the puck on the cycle. He's in the corner, protects the puck well, and works it down deep. Another check coming in, but Nolan takes it, goes the other way, and that one's going to finally get won by the Prospects up, but Tenny's there to keep it in. Tenny sends it out front. That is a shot on net. Vath now over to the neutral zone. Great back check. But Vath had some great offensive chances there, and now he's all the way back for a back check. The Prospects are changing, and Kaylee tries to get it over the zone, but he gets a little bit of hassle there from one of the Prospects players. Pass made, but not quite handled, but Mayorga does come away with it, so Jack's in the corner, and Vath now in the corner as well. So Vath has the puck. He's got somebody in the front. He's got Humphrey. Humphrey loses the handle there, and that's going to go to a Prospect player. Vath, huge hit. And that one is going to make sure that we keep it on our sticks, not theirs. As we come out of the zone, coming out of the defensive zone, Grimmy's going to pick that one off. He's got a player with him. Oh, that one went on a stick and up in the air over onto the glass. On the half boards now, working it down deep, trying to work it all the way around. Grimmy's going to pick this one up. He's got a second. He's going to work it back over to Patty. Patty work it back behind the net. He finds Grimmy again. Grimmy shot into the glove of the goaltender, who had his glove right on top of his pad there. Grimmy was trying to lift that one just over the left pad of the goaltender. Glove came down, and we'll have a face-off with 2 minutes and 19 seconds to go here in the second period. Your Hawks lead 7-0. All right. Patty out to take the face-off. He's got Humphrey on one side and Grimmy on the other. Patty back to his defenseman. A-Rod putting it in, but that one's blocked by a Prospect player. Prospects move it all the way across ice into the neutral zone. But Humphrey's going to pick that one up as it moves into our zone. Oh, dangerous. Back behind, close to our own net. Shot by the prospects. Rebound. Another shot by the prospects, and this one's going to get worked around the net. Wilton does clear it all the way around, but prospects keep it in on the blue line. They're going to get a shot. That's going to get blocked and down the boards. Once again, Hawks have a chance to get it out, but hassled there by the prospects, not able to get it over the blue line. Prospects have it back behind the net. They're looking for a pass out in front, but blocked there by Bowers. Bowers is going to take the puck now up the boards. He's going to get it over to his wing. That's going to work. And that guy loses a tire. Grammy has the puck. Grammy's going to shoot wide left of the net and coming the other way. So prospects with speed. One-on-one shot. That one over the glove of Sam, but missed the net. Prospects now with a little bit of a hop in their step. Grimmy's got the puck. He's going to send it all the way over. That one's going to get picked up and dumped deep. That was Bowers who put it in, giving everybody a chance to change. So full change. Clark is on the puck. Study coming in for some pressure there. Akshay's got the puck. He's going to send it on net. Edelman's going to pick it up back behind the net. Edelman with the puck now, working it back behind. He's got it over to Motzi. Motzi's got the puck. He's looking for the open man. He's going to take his time. Finds the far defenseman. Nice pass all the way through traffic. Puts it on net in front. Goalie tries to cover it. No such luck. Gets another shot on net. And now we've got Sudbeck in the corner with it. Now dealing that puck over to Edelman. They try to get it out on an errant pass, but keeping it in is the left defenseman. Okay, Hawks right now on the puck. Prospects get it out, but it's a 1-on-3. Referee's going to blow the whistle. Looks like we got a roughing call, and this one is going to go on the Hawks. That's going to go on Akshay. So 2-minute penalty, 25 seconds left in the second period. 7-0, your Hawks. They're going to be on a penalty kill. So 4-on-5, and coming out for that is Jackson. And it's like Nolan. Jackson and Nolan. Not sure who the two defensemen are. I'll call that as soon as I see it. 25 seconds to go. Puck drops. Jackson wins. Zach sends it all the way down the ice. He goes from the far circle, rings that one, and it's going to get picked up by the prospects. They have 13 seconds to get it down ice and get a shot. Touched just over the red line, so no icing. Tenney's in there to chase that one down, so Zach and Tenney back in the back. 3 seconds to go in the period. Tenney has control. He's going to backhand that one up. It's out of the zone. And we will have a third period start. Period, 17 minutes of hockey to play. Face-off won by the prospects, and they're going to get it over the blue line. Bowers there to cut that one off, though, sends it right back into the neutral zone, asking them to reset. Prospects over the red line. Oh, ice is a little bit wet right there. Puck sticks. Prospects get it deep into the zone. It's going to go into the corner, but that's going to be picked up by our defenseman. A-Rod with the puck, trying to get it through two prospects players. Has to go the other way, play it back behind his net. He does backhand that. Clark there on the boards, gets it up and out. Prospects moving it through the neutral zone. And as they come through, he's going to keep control of that one, but Bowers with a nice stick check, control, and back down the ice, so that one's going to go into the far corner. 50 seconds left in this penalty kill. And Thor's going to go down there and forecheck. Nice job there by Thor. Wins the puck, sends him back behind the goal line. And as they try to clear it, Thor is going to make sure that they have a little bit of static before they can get it out. And then Patty teaming up there with Tenney to make sure that it stays in the zone. Thor into the corner, has control, sends it down deep into the other corner. Patty's going to come down deep, and we're going to have two forecheckers now. Patty gets his man, but that one does get cleared out by the prospects. Again, stuck on the ice, a little bit wet there in the neutral zone. Back to the defenseman on the prospect side. 15 seconds to go in the power play. Puck is over the line. It's on sides. Tenney's going to pick this one up. He's going to send it, and he's going to find Patty on the far side. Patty tips it in. 4 seconds to go in the penalty kill for your Hawks. Prospects trying to work it up the boards to the wing, back to the defenseman. But Patty's going to break that one up, and we are 5-on-5. 7-0. 15 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third period. Your Hawks pressing a 7-0 lead right now. Jack's in on net, takes a shot. That one is popped out. Prospects now going the other way. They have a breakaway. This one's on Sam. Sam's got it. Kicks out that right leg for a beautiful save. He had him. He was going to go to that side, and Sam just said no thank you with his right leg. All the way back down for a shot on net. That one is worked over into the corner. Now Prospect's going to try to go the other way one more time, but kept in the zone by Hazra, but referee's going to say that one came over the blue line and we will have an offside. So a lot of action there. Killed the penalty, got it all the way out, and then Prospects came with a breakaway. Sam made a beautiful save with the right pad, kicking that leg out, and Littleton turned it back the other way, and now we're in neutral zone faceoff. Jackson wins that faceoff over to the left. Prospects get the puck, but it's going to go to Hosra, who's going to send it all the way down into the far corner. That one's going to get chased down by Nolan. Nolan on the puck, and Humphrey's going to back him up there on the boards. Moving it to the front, that's Grimmy. Grimmy with the puck now into the corner. He's going to try to cycle it back to his defenseman. Defenseman couldn't get the puck, but he did finish his check, and that means it ends up on the stick of Graham, who's going to work it over to his defensive partner, and then up the wing. Tries to tip it into the zone, but tips it into the bench instead. So we're going to have a neutral zone face-off one more time, but a full change. All right, we're going to have Edelman on the face-off. So Clark on the face-off, and he's going to have Thor over on his right, Bowers in the back along with A-Rod, and then on the left we're going to have Maddie. Puck is sent into the zone off the boards hard, moving it back into the neutral zone. And A-Rod sends it all the way over to Clark. Clark sends it over to Thor. Thor's got the puck. He's working to the middle. Backhand pass over to Maddie. Maddie back to Thor. And that one is going to get pushed up, but Maddie's going to keep that one in. And so Clark picks it up on his backhand behind the net. Turns, fires on his forehand, pass back behind the net one more time. That one to Clark, but shot is tipped and up into the netting. So defensive or offensive zone face-off to the left of the goalie here. All right, face-off. Clark wins that one back to the defenseman. Blake comes over to pick it up, sends it out in front, blocked by the Prospects. Prospects are going to now move it up the ice, over the blue line, and they send it. That's going to be an icing, and we're going to go for another offensive zone face-off. All right, offensive zone face-off now. Edelman back on the face-off. Thor on his right, Maddie on his left, Bowers and A-Rod in the back. 12 minutes, 23 seconds to go in this third period. No score in the third period yet. Prospects pick it up, take it over the blue line, and they're cut off there by A-Rod as they try to work it over the red. That one's sent in by Maddie. Edelman's going to chase that one down. Maddie's got the puck. He sends it over to Thor. Thor tries to take a shot, but that is blocked by the Prospects. Back to Zach, who fans on a shot, but tries to backhand instead. That one goes over instead to the Prospects into the zone, but we're going to have to touch up, and we're going to get a full change. All right, now Tenny's going to have the puck, and he's going to have a fair amount of time to look and see where his pressure's coming from. Tenny goes into the corner, takes a hit from the Prospect player, but does actually end up with the puck on his stick and then moves it up to Nolan on the right wing side. Nolan with the pressures, that one didn't end up on his stick, but instead on the Prospect stick. But Prospects get that one cross ice. Tenny to Kaylee. Kaylee looking for a pass. Kaylee's going to carry this one himself over the blue line. Onsides. And front of the net blocked, but move forward. That one is drop pass down to Nolan. Nolan's going to take it and drop pass over to Patty. Patty's got the puck now on the far boards. He and Nolan are working together to try to keep that puck in control. Patty coming around, looking for somebody. He's going to cycle that one back down to Vath. Vath over to Patty. Patty shot. Nolan looking for the rebound. It is a rebound shot, but blocker saved there by the goalie. All right, he's got it one more time. He's going to try to look for a pass. That one blocked in front. Prospects have it. They try to chip it, but Vath there to disrupt. And as we come to the neutral zone, it's going to get kept in by Tenny. Tenny sends it all the way around, and Jax is going to chase that one down. Jackson Vath now down on the boards trying to keep this puck. Jax comes away with it, puts it in on net, and goalie will smother for a face-off. So face-off to the left-hand side of the goalie, and change for the Hawks. Going left to right this time. 10 minutes, 22 seconds. We are on a run clock now with a 7-goal differential. So a real 10 minutes, not a hockey 10 minutes, is left in the game. Mayorga, Sudbeck, and Motzi out there. One back to the defenseman. Taking it into the corner, putting it back behind the net. And here we go. Here. All right, puck back down into the corner now. Over to Puckett. Puckett has the puck, sends it down deep, high in the air, takes a big hit there. keeping it in the zone. He's open. Puckett, middle of the ice. Oh, just misses the net and takes a hit as he does. On the half boards, all the way back over. Puckett's got another chance now. Bops off of his stick down into the corner instead. Going to work it down into Porter's control. And back down now to the winger. And this one is going to come over one more time for Puckett. Oh, popped Puckett's stick. He gets hit. He's down, and the prospects do have the puck. But nice job for Sudbeck to come over and pop the stick of the player who had the puck. Another battle for the puck down into the corner. This one's going to go back behind the net, and prospects are going to have a moment to find a good pass and break it out. Blocked by Sudbeck. Oh, big hit there by Sudbeck. No call by the referee. Oh, but that player is going to be down. That one had to hurt. It's a clean hit, folks. Off to the right of the goalie in our offensive zone. Hawks have control. They take it down deep below the center ice. Below the goal line. Hawks again, working to the front of the net, try to put it across for another quick tip in. That one disrupted. Prospects now taken away. It's like Edelman back behind. He's got Grimmy now behind the net. That one pops off Grimmy's stick. It's going over to Humphrey. Bowers keeps it in. And that one popped down deep one more time. So prospects trying to work it out of the zone, but unsuccessful so far. Hawks have the puck down deep, and they're going to look to work it to the front of the net. Backhand there by Edelman. Heard that one go off of the goalie's pad. And prospects have it, but a whiff on near the blue line, not over the blue line. That one's kept in by Edelman. Edelman finds his pass. What a shot. Oh, my goodness. That was Bowers with an incredible shot. He was set there ready, right on top of the circles. Found him. Shot was released, and it's going to be 8-0. Hawks leading. All right, change for the Hawks. Tenney and Zach back on your defense. Patty taking the face-off here. And we're going to have Thor and Maddie as his wingers. All right, face-off won by the prospects this time, but Thor there to break it up. Thor takes the puck from the dots, takes a shot. That one is sent over, saved by the goalie. Rebound, no shot on net. Again, Thor trying to get it over to a breaking Patty. And Tenney's going to take a shot. And another shot taken. This one's going to go into the net. And this one looks like, I believe that was Maddie who took that shot. Just a quick left to right play. Catch and release. 9-0. Hawks are winning. Third period, 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Center ice face off by Patty. That one is won by the prospects. Prospects go D to D. Over to the winger. Disrupted there. 2 people on the puck. And here comes Maddie with the puck. He's going to take a shot. That one is blocked. And then another shot onto the net, but unable to get that one through. All right, puck now controlled by the prospects, trying to get it over the blue line, but that one is blocked by Kaylee, picked up by Patty, and then put deep in there by Thor. Thor's going to chase that one, and he's going to have a little bit of help from his line mate. Thor's got the puck one more time, sends it over to Tenney. Tenney with a nice shot. That one goes off the goalie and over the net. And one more time, Maddie with a shot. That one off. No, Maddie's going to score on that one. I think that might be 2 goals on one shift for Maddie. 10-0. 6 minutes, 34 seconds to go in the third period. Hauser picks up the puck, sends it over to the referee. Boys talking about what they want to do here. We're going to have Jax with Nolan and Vath. And back in the back, we're going to have Puckett and Akshay. 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go. Run clock, 10-0. Your Hawks lead. Jackson on the faceoff wins that one back to Puckett. Puckett couldn't handle that one, goes over to the Prospects player. Prospects player tries to backhand it to the front, but Akshay with a nice hit, finishes his hit into the corner with his man. Puck in front of the net now. Dangerous play, but picked up by the defenseman. That was a nice play there by Jax to make sure that puck didn't get anywhere near a Prospects stick. Into the corner, there's Akshay trying to work it up the boards, blocked by the Prospects. But Akshay takes his man down, and with a strong stick there, comes away with the puck. Akshay looking for a pass. He's got Nolan breaking. He's going to take this one all the way himself. He's got a left-hand side pass, drop pass back to Vath. Vath works it back to Akshay. Akshay back to Vath. Vath over to Puckett. Puckett with a shot, saved by the goalie. Vath trying to work it up the boards, gets it over to his defenseman. D to D, Puckett. Now with another shot, sends it just towards the front of the net, looking for a number of players there who could have tipped it. Everybody got Sticks raised, and it went into the corner. Another shot on net, this time by Nolan. I'm sorry, Nolan picks up the puck on the far side. Shot by was by Puckett. Nolan working it down to Clark. Now Puckett with another shot. Oh, Puckett misses the net, and that one is hurt off the boards. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the third period. Hosra with the puck. Nice keep in the line. He works it far side. That one's going over to Puckett. Bounced over a stick, but still kept in. And Jackson is going to go down to pressure that puck. Jackson comes away with it, tries to work it to the front, but prospect player picks it up. In the corner, he's going to try to work it up the boards, and that's going to be a no-go. Vath is there instead. Vath cycles it down deep. Shot on net, missed just wide. Coming down now into the far side corner, works it back to Hosra. Hosra has the puck. He backhands it over to his partner. Puckett, shot on net. Right pad saved by the goalie. Vath sends it down deep one more time. 4 minutes to go in this third period. Oh, errant pass, and the prospects are going the other way, coming down the left-hand side, but Edelman off the bench. Nice hit on the puck carrier there. Hosra's going to come to pick his man up as well, and that puck is not going to be anywhere near where it could be dangerous. Puckett's going to pick this one up behind the net, look for his pass, finds his man. Oh, jumped over his stick. Probably going to be an icing. That was intended for Nolan, but we're going to come all the way back down with 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third period. Your Hawks win 10-0. Okay. Face off now in the defensive zone. Clark takes that and wins over to Bowers. Bowers then to Rodriguez. Rodriguez cycles back to Bowers behind the net. Bowers over to DeMotts. DeMotts tips that one all the way down the ice, but probably too soon. Going to have an icing with 3 minutes and 9 seconds to go. We're going to be back in our defensive zone. Same line stays out there, so we're going to have Bowers in the back with A-Rod and then Motzi, Edelman taking the face-off, and Porter over on his other side. So Edelman in for the face-off. Face-off is won back to his defenseman, Rodriguez, around the net, looking for the right pass. He's patient with the puck. Finds Motzi, but Motzi had to reach for that one, and so we're going to go another icing and back down to the defensive zone. All right, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third period. Your Hawks are up 10-0. Same line out. Motzi, Sudbeck, and Edelman. Puck is won. Motzi gets it over the blue line. Porter gets it over. He's got Motzi with him. Motzi into the corner to pick up the puck. He's got a second. He's looking to work it back to Bowers. Finally does get back to Bowers. Bowers shot on net. Turned away to the right. Edelman, nice hit on the puck carrier. Keeps it in. A-Rod now with the puck. A-Rod's going to look, shoot, and that one hit iron. You heard that one go just over the net. Hawks now with the puck. Backhand over to A-Rod again. A-Rod's got the puck. He's going to send it in, but that's going to get blocked. So now Clark has to work down behind the goal line to get the puck to a stick that works. Oh, backhand shot. Sudbeck scores. 11-0. Your Hawks are winning. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go. Probably a relatively short period here. Just quick update on some of our other Littleton teams. So as I said in the beginning, these are two of our Littleton teams that are playing. Our 14ers are in Utah right now. That's our girls team. They are 2-0 in the 14U Invitational there. I'm sorry, they're 2 games to... They've won 2 games. So looking forward to those girls continuing to have success. Puck now dumped down into the corner. Puckett back on the line to Grimshaw, who is covering Puckett. Puck work deep, 55 seconds to go to the front of the net. Hawks continue to pressure. That one was a great save. Shot down low. That was by Puckett. Boys in the corner trying to get the puck off the boards. Referee right there telling the boys to move it out. And a couple sticks in the air, but Hawks come away with the puck. Hosra on the point, works it down to his point. He's got Puckett down there on the point. Shot on net, but that one is turned away by the goalie. And now coming back, we have Hosra on the prospects player. Puckett's back to pick it up. He's going to look, and he's going to move it up to Humphrey, who's got it coming up the right wing side. Humphrey's got Grimmy on the far side. He's got Puckett in the middle. And that was going to get sent to the middle, but turned away for the prospects player instead. through the neutral zone. Now the prospects are going to send it deep. Sam's going to come out of his net to try to play that one, but too fast off the boards. Prospect try to send it back behind, and that is going to do it for the game.